In today's video, I've got 5 facts about Katarina Claes from the series My Next Life as a Villainess / a character analysis video. We will be going over Katarina's bio, abilities in the anime, her voice actors, game roots, and more. Now, quick warning that there will be spoilers, so just a heads up. And for more weekly anime character fact videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Anyway, with that being said, let's roll intro and get straight into the facts. Today's video is sponsored by Hero Kantare. This is an epic webtoon crossover RPG featuring the popular hardcore leveling warrior, god of high school, and yes, this season's beast, Tower of God. This mobile game has exploded in Korea with over 1 million pre-registrations, as well as hitting #1 in a large variety of mobile game charts, and is now available for you to pre-register on iOS and Android. And I've got to tell you, it is easy to see why. All the characters are designed in super high quality 2D art with excellent animation to back it up. It just really brings these characters to life with a full epic soundtrack blasting in the background to really enhance that experience. I personally love that I've been able to play as the new characters from this season's Tower of God. Yuri was quite the delight, let me say. And it gets better as each individual hero has their own standalone story that coincides with their webtoon story. Download the game and you'll get epic rewards, including 3 characters such as Jin Mori from God of High School, Hard Leveling Warrior, and yes, our very own Bam from Tower of God. Not just this, but you'll also receive an in-game SS damage weapon, 500,000 gold, and 50 Essence of Dimension, which will give you 10 draws on the gacha. The game comes out on the 26th of May. Pre-register this beast now, the link is in the video description. Katarina is the main protagonist from the series, who made her debut in episode 1 of the anime and chapter 1 of the manga. She of course is the villainess of the Otome Game Fortune Lover, a wealthy heiress who hit her head on a rock and recovered all of her previous memories from her past life as an otaku. When we first met Katarina, she was around 8 years of age, and after the 7-year gap to the start of where the events of the Fortune Lover game start, Katarina is 15 years old. Her exact birthday is unknown. What we do know is that her birthday is in the spring. Katarina is a female with a pale skin tone. She has bright blue eyes and long, light brown hair that is worn down and reaches below her shoulders as a child and reaches around hip length with a swept over fringe in her teens. She also wears a bright blue bow in her hair. Attire-wise, in her younger years, she wears a dark blue dress with white trimmings, white socks, black shoes, and a blue and white choker that matches her dress with a blue jewel as an accent piece. In her teens, Katarina wears a long dress that is white with dark and light blue highlights, as well as the yellow trimmings. A light blue cravat with that same looking jewel again, and long brown boots. The blue bow in her hair is also a bit more fancy. Personality-wise, after Katarina remembers the events of her past life, she becomes extremely anxious about the different paths that her life could take, be it death or exile, to which she refers to these as doom flags. One of my favourite things about this version of Katarina is how she deals with this mentally, with, the council of 5 Katarinas discussing their next game plan or strategy on how to deal with the events that the game's roots are taking in real life. The new Katarina is very loud and full of energy, most likely fueled by the insane amount of sweets that she consumes. Now, because she dislikes the game's version of Katarina, she has taken it upon herself to become like the counter opposite of that, and shows a lot of friendly and kind energy towards the other characters. Though she will turn on some of the game's Katarina's charm if needed, the villainess face as an example. Katarina is of course very clumsy and often manages to steal the conquerable character's main events with Maria by standing up to the other students who are bullying her. Another difference in the new Katarina is her quirk of randomly climbing trees and of course being very good at it. As we know, she was often referred to as a monkey in her previous life because of this trait. Magic-wise, Katarina possesses earth magic that she awakened at the age of 5, though hers is very weak as she can only really use her earth bump skill that creates a small bump of earth in the ground. Later on in the series, Katarina will be able to use dark magic and gains her own familiar called Poochie. Katarina's Japanese voice actor is Maya Uchida. She has voiced other characters such as Melty Merylmark in Shield Hero, Kaguya Yamai from Data Live, Hiyori Iki in Noragami, Rika Takanashi from Chunibyo, and more. Now, it hasn't officially been announced that My Next Life as a Villainess is getting an English dub, so unfortunately there's no info here on that just yet. Now, as we know, there are two versions of Katarina, the one we have spoke of already and the in-game version. The game describes Katarina as a spoilt and very selfish princess-like type. She is a young woman that is very arrogant, full of herself, and someone that is short-tempered, often becoming quick to anger over silly things such as being bored of a ribbon she had just picked out and threatening to fire maids as a result. She seemed popular, but for all the wrong reasons, as she was a very mean bully, and in my opinion, I think her followers were around her out of fear of being bullied themselves. Now, we know what the new Katarina is like, the opposite, right? But what was she like before she was reincarnated as Katarina? We know that she was a 17-year-old student who regularly forgot to do her homework because she was a major otaku, who would spend her time reading manga, watching anime, and playing Otome video games. Her family was, pretty standard. Her father was a salaryman, her mother was a part-time housewife, and she had two older brothers. As well as this, she had her best friend, A-chan, who she would, seek help from to finish that missed homework. Right, so the main aspect of this anime is the new Katarina doing everything she can to avoid her game ending. So, let's go through them. Starting with Gerald Stewart. If the heroine captures Prince Gerald and gets the happy end, due to the intense bullying or harassment Katarina had done to Maria, Katarina is declared a criminal, stripped of her social status, and exiled. In the bad end, Katarina, in a fit of jealousy, attacks Maria with a knife, to which Prince Gerald steps in to protect her and ends up killing Katarina. Next up is Keith Klaus. In the happy end, it follows the same suit as, the happy end in Prince Gerald's route, in which Katarina is branded a criminal and then exiled. In the bad end, Katarina again attacks Maria with a knife, but this time inflicts a deep wound on her. This leaves Keith heartbroken, and he, takes out his revenge on Katarina by killing her with his magic. In the routes involving Alan Stewart and Nicole Ascott, Katarina is not the main rival to the heroine and is replaced by Mary Hunt or Sophia Ascott. But thanks for watching this my video, 5 facts about Katarina Claes from the series My Next Life as a Villainess. Let me know in the comments who you would like to see next. Of course, I want to give a huge shout out to both Warwick and Animated22 for supporting me on Patreon, and don't forget to smash the like button if you enjoyed this video, check out my links in the video description, and subscribe for more anime content. Till next time, my fellow weebs, peace!